The journey to inspiring your people to loyalty is going to last a lifetime. But what if you need to transform your culture now and fast? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 ways to become a better manager overnight. But before I hop into that, go and subscribe right now by clicking that little bell so that you can be getting the content that I'm putting out on this channel. I discovered that many of the people who watch my videos are not subscribers. It would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe to the channel. It would benefit you, and of course, it would help me out a lot. So I'd appreciate it. So let's jump into the content now. The number one way that you can improve your management style overnight is to commit to becoming better every day. Not saying that you are the person who knows everything or that you can't get better, but knowing that you're a person who has a growth mindset, that you can improve, that you can get better. Not being perfect, but just sticking to it, saying, I'm going to be resilient. I'm going to have a tough mind. I'm going to have thick skin, and I'm going to go on and on as long as I need to before I can get better. Again, professional development is a journey and it is not overnight. But when you have that commitment to getting better every day, it's going to make a huge difference. And by the way, those who look to you for guidance every day as a leader are going to notice it the very next day. The second thing you can do to become a better manager overnight, and I promise you this works, is to not be afraid of imperfection. What I mean by that is being selectively vulnerable with your people and admitting when you make mistakes, that you are not perfect. By the way, they already know you're not perfect, but you admitting it, you being more vulnerable around them, is more transparent, open. It makes them want to do the same. And it also, by the way, makes them trust you more. Some years ago, I was working in an organization and I was just, to be honest, way overextended. And I remember rushing into one of my team members' offices and I dropped a project on her desk and I saw her face and I could see she was frustrated, but I ran away and went to my next meeting. But as I was in that meeting, her face kind of oscillated in my mind and I could see that she was frustrated and I could see that she too was overextended. I know I had made a mistake. And so right after that meeting, I went straight back to her office and I said, listen, I am so sorry. I dropped that on your desk. I was overwhelmed. I didn't stop to really see that you needed me to pause with you and help prioritize. So let's do that now. Let's look at what you have on your plate and let's talk through how we can maybe streamline what you have to get done. I can take some things off your plate and we can just figure out what the priorities are for you. I apologize. I saw your face. It just really hurt my heart that I did that to you. And I just want to come back now and apologize and also see how we can make this right. Again, I had to do that. And of course, I'm the one who made the mistake to begin with. I had to fess up to that mistake to her so that she knew that I did care about her. And then I wanted to go out of my way to make her life and her journey a little bit better and a little easier. If you commit to being the person who's okay with being imperfect, saying that you are the one who is the one that has some improvement to be made and admitting your mistakes, you will become a better manager overnight. The third thing you can do to transform your management style overnight is to take care of yourself. Listen, you cannot give from an empty cup. You need to pour into yourself so that you can reveal the better side to other people. If you are so empty, if you are so dry, you're giving from the dryness. You're never going to be able to lead people in a way that fills them up first. So remember that. Some years ago, I interviewed someone for my podcast, and she was telling me about a time when she was really overextended. She did not put time into herself. And it was so bad that she got really bad feedback from her team members on a survey and even in these listening sessions. And her CEO sent her home for a month to take a sabbatical. It got really bad. And while she was home, she said to me that she pruned her emotional garden. She did things like prayer and gardening, literally, and all the things that she needed to do to fill herself up. And she reflected on that feedback and realized that the feedback was, in fact, the truth. In fact, she thinks they may have been kind to her in the feedback that she actually received. After she took that time to really work on herself, she went back to work a better leader. And she says it's because she did take that time for herself. And she also then gave those other people permission to do the same thing. Listen, again, you cannot give from an empty cup. I remember being that kind of person. I have 4 children, and I would always just take this interesting approach to caring for myself. It was like, it was an afterthought. It wasn't the priority. And I didn't really say, what are the things I need to do to fill myself up, to make sure I could breathe, that I could then show up as a more uplifted and empowering leader, and then again, make the other people feel the same way. There are many more ways that we can improve our management style. These are 3 that I think you can initiate overnight. Continue to watch these episodes, and I'll continue to put things out that help you grow as a leader. I am looking forward to you being with me on this journey so that you can lead by example and build an amazing culture in the process. Be well.